You ancient soul, feel free to take in a deep breath and connect with that inner source of yours to see what parts of this reading may be for you. Now, this reading is for all the chosen ones out there, 144,000. You have a fated or prophetic event that is about to happen for you. Okay, it's about to happen. And this event, I'm hearing this is fated. All right, so just take in that deep breath, connect with that inner source of yours to see what parts of this reading may be for you. Now, it could be for any zodiac sign. It's for all those ancient souls, all the chosen ones out there. But if you would like a personal reading, a private one-on-one session with me, Akashic Records for past life regression, to join our Patreon, or even to check out some of the Black Friday deals that we have going on for the next week or so, you can go make a free account at 144bluerosetemple.com to join the email newsletter, or go to the website or email me. All of that's in the box below to book a session or personal reading. All right, chosen ones. We do have the card prophecy that already came out over here. There is a fated event that is about to occur, and you're coming across this video because what I'm hearing is being given some directions, clarity, insight, the next steps moving forward when it comes to preparing for this event. All right. Now, for some of you, you could even be drinking tea while watching me, or maybe you just drank tea, because we do have tea over here. Now, what do we have for the chosen ones for this prophetic event? What is this prophetic event in their life for the chosen ones? We have Ra, share your gift. What is this prophetic event for the chosen ones? Oh, sugar, honey, iced tea. You have Mary Magdalene, sacred marriage. Now remember that sacred union, sacred marriage is always first your inner and your outer reality and the union of that. So that could be that something is finally about to manifest and actually materialize for you. It's prophecy, it's fated. All right, and it's in alignment with your highest timeline. Mary Magdalene is that Christ frequency, no matter how you identify in gender. Now, we do have masculine over here as soon as I say that. We do have Ra, share your gift over here. So Ra or Mary Magdalene can also resonate with you. For the chosen ones, what is this fated event that is about to occur? What do we have for the chosen ones, the ancient souls out there? For this fated event that is about to occur. Oh, it is in your Akashic records. That is how prophetic and fated it is. This is the Akashic Records card. So just confirmation. There is a soul contract with whatever's about to go down. Let's grab from this deck. For the chosen ones, ancient souls, why prophecy? Akashic Records, sacred marriage, and share your gift. We do have Kalima over here. It could be an intense, quick change, transformation. Could also represent protection for you. For the ancient souls, the chosen ones, what do we have on this fated event that is about to occur? This prophecy that's about to occur. Oh my sugar, honey, iced tea. Sacred. And you have sacred marriage. Oh, sugar, honey, iced tea. Where it is time. Like, truly. That's why Kalima is there. That's why Kalima is there. There's a few different Kalima cards in her oracle deck that explains this. Kalima is the goddess of time. Kalima knows the timing of all events. You know, and there's many other deities too that you could say the same thing about. But Kalima is associated with time. Sometimes things don't happen until it is time. And that's the Kalima energy here, where all of a sudden, something from your higher timelines, something prophetic and fated is going to happen. All right? And it's going to be very sacred over here. This is truly from the Akashic Records in a good way. It is, whatever this is, and I'm hearing an event. It's of your higher timeline. Going to get one more card. What do we have for this prophetic event that is about to happen for the ancient souls, the chosen ones? What do we have for this prophetic event? Oh, a reward for your hard work. And I'm hearing, as soon as I say that, through all time and space, I'm hearing a culmination of soul work. All right. And but I mentioned the email newsletter. It is completely free, so feel free to join. I send out something maybe a few times a week. Today, though, I had mentioned of, when was it today? Oh, yes, it was today. Labor. You can hack the universe, and it's not hacking the universe. This is information that's readily available. You shall be paid for your labor, for your work. We are so programmed to think of like, well, I showed up to my 9 to 5 and now I have to wait for them to pay me. A law of the universe is labor doesn't have to be physical. And when we adopt this mindset, when we reclaim this ancient truth, when I tell you, you will start to see more ROIs. You will start to see more abundance in your life. Things will manifest quicker, easier, more consistently for you as you adopt this mindset, this belief. Anytime that I labor, it doesn't matter if it's hard work in the eyes of a man or in the eyes of God, and what determines that hard work. As long as I worked, even if this is soul work, wow, that was a lot of emotional alchemy. I'm about to receive something. And it's just shifting your mindset to that, where it's not necessarily exerting what we think as like, say, like in patriarchal world, whatever, society, work. You're going to get paid for your work over here. And that is prophetic. It's coming in Pisces. This is not Pisces. Sorry. I just did a reading for Pisces yesterday. For all signs, chosen ones. But Pisces, you are welcome here too. And everybody has Pisces in their chart. Reward for hard work over here. All right. We did have Saturn that went direct, don't we? But whenever you're watching this, it can be for you. I will say when Saturn goes direct, you get retrograde blessings. The work it is that you did during retrograde, you will get the blessings. So, that could resonate with you. And that's also a Saturn rule. Like Saturn blesses you. It's not always restrictive if you're working with Saturn. However, Pisces, see? Chosen ones. But there might be a lot of Pisces here today. Temple of Dreams, you do rule the 12th house, Pisces. And it could be that Piscean energy where, especially say come February 2026, I was talking about a particular transit that it's going to be Saturn and Neptune going into Aries at 0 degrees. That means of like your logic, throw it out the door, because Saturn's about to start manifesting things that just don't make sense. Where truly your dreams can become a reality. Neptune, the house of dreams, that is the house of Pisces. You mix that with Saturn, your dreams can become a reality if you put in the Saturn work. It's not, and I have a quote that I've never seen anywhere, but I did, maybe someone said it somewhere. It's not delusional if I can manifest it. So, like your dreams and your goals, whatever, God's vision for you, it could be delusional to some people as long as you're actually materializing what you're saying, what you're thinking. It's not delusional. And that's the transit starting in February 2026. That's really going to awaken the world. All right, but let's see. Chosen ones, ancient souls. What is this fated event that is about to happen in their life? For the chosen ones, this prophecy card. What is this fated event that is about to happen in their life? What is this fated event that is about to happen in their life? And what is this reward for hard work? What is this reward for hard work? Oh, you are breaking through all illusions over here. It's funny I mentioned Saturn and Neptune. Reward for hard work. At first you have the 10 of Swords. That is a betrayal. That's like an ending. There may be some sort of karmic ending that is bittersweet because it brings a victory at the same time. For this reward for hard work for the chosen ones, why 10 of Swords? Why 6 of Wands for this reward for hard work? Why 7 of Cups for the reward for hard work? We do have Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We have Virgo. We also have Libra energy over here. You may have gone through for the reward for hard work. This could be something you're going through, past, present, future, always for all of the readings. There is a reward for hard work. And it's funny I mention, you know, that saying of what is labor anyway, right? Does it always have to be physical labor? It's like, I got paid for that emotional or that spiritual labor. You are getting paid for your emotional, mental, spiritual labor, all of those different things. Let me grab one clarification. For the reward for hard work, why Ace of Wands with the Ten of Swords? You really could have been dealing with the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or something happened with wealth and prosperity. It did. It did, because by the end of this, you are the Queen of Cups here, but you're also the Empress card. It says, I am abundant. And what I'm seeing is waters, inner waters and the outer waters. Water is wealth. So again, that could be why I mentioned Pisces. Water is wealth. What I see here for the reward for hard work, for some of you, yeah, you are actually going to get a reward for your emotional, mental labor, spiritual labor over here, where this was work, but the work was releasing material. Ten of Swords, reward for hard work, your Ace of Wands. And if you're watching this video, if you come across it in the year of 2025, what I'm also hearing is Pluto. Right? Didn't Pluto go direct recently in the past few weeks or so? I think so. What is power? What is secure? And that's just what the whole collective is going through. What is power? What is labor? What actually makes us feel secure? You know, maybe most of us watching this, or I'll even just give my example. Growing up, well, you know, you get a degree, you go to work, you know, you secure a career, you get married, things like that. That's security. Is it really? You know, to certain degrees, like, yes, those are forms of security, but what the collective is going through is relearning, unlearning, reprogramming, or even deprogramming what our collective security or even personal security is. If you relied too much, say, on money or this or that, it asks you to go within. If it's too much on relationships, those relationships, you know, if you find your power, if you find your validation through people, the people are removed. And that's just the way, again, like, that's still the law of correspondence. It's the way the universe works. When we want to rise in something, you have to release something, right? It's that sacrifice element. And so take away the people to find that within yourself. Take away the wealth to find the security within yourself. Take away this or take away that. That's what I see here for the reward for hard work. Some of you could have felt, and again, this is very collective energy of just all signs in general. What I do see is a material clearing, which you only find the power within. A new way to relate to whatever that this is. Nine of Swords and the Six of Wands. Why Nine of Swords and the Six of Wands? You have a celebration, baby, over here. Look at that, the Star card, bright and shining. Sacred service, alignment, hope, faith, trust, innocence. And feel free to put it like, you know, I am paid by the universe, whether I labor or not. And by that, I'm not saying that you're not working at all, but I'm saying we're thinking about labor, not from a finite perspective, in a different way, right? It's Sagittarius season when I'm reading this, so expansion. This is your labor. Say, for example, you lost a job, right? You didn't lose work. This is your work, and you can get paid, and you're about to, truly. And again, Seven of Cups it's not delusional if you could manifest it in the earthly realm. And so people could look at you in this season or this cycle of losing a lot. Like, say you lost a job here, and that's like really what this looks like. Some sort of shift and change in finances and some form of security, which can bring negative thoughts and emotions. Nine of Swords, of your worth, right? How did you identify to your worth? How did you feel? How did that job make you feel about yourself? Did it become a part of your identity? You know, and your worth, security. And so this is asking you to think in an entirely different way. And what Spirit is saying, the reward for hard work, it is fated that yes, you went through that, but that was also prophecy and fate. And so that's what Spirit wants you to know. If you lost a job, if you had any change in the material realm or world, in whatever way that that resonates with you, that was fate for this to come in, because you have a victory over here. But how does this victory and success come in? Through a surrender and a shift in perspective. And again, like say for some of you, you know, like say on furlough, right? When the government was shut down, or this or that. I am paid whether I labor or not. My existence here on earth is labor. And I feel like some light workers may hear that and maybe just smile, because when I hear that, I want to like, listen, you put me here, and the earth is one of the lowest reincarnations as far as planets. You know, and so it's like, you're doing a whole lot of alchemy, just even in the unseen, okay? Like you're doing so much work being here. But again, it's expanding your mind, right? Where it's like, to be quite honest, I do a lot of labor every single day just existing here. You know, but again, there's also the work it is that we do. There's our soul purpose, our calling, whatever it is that we do, you know, to, and I don't want to use the word make ends meet, you know, but provide the security it is that we need. Why 7 of Cups here? You are about to turn into the Queen or King of Pentacles again. Temporary sacrifice for long-term gain. All right. And heavy on this is prophetic. This is fated. If you can manifest it and materialize it on earth, you're not delusional. All right. Now that's the reward for hard work over here. Now let's get some clarifications on this fated prophetic event. For this fated event, sugar honey iced tea. Okay, 2 of Swords. Oh. Now for some of you, you may be walking away from a partnership, but let's see. What is this fated event? What is this fated event for the chosen ones? Why the 2 of Cups for this fated prophetic event? I mean, there's a lot of Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio coming out, so you definitely could be a water sign. What do we have for this fated prophetic event coming in for the chosen ones? What is this fated prophetic event coming in for the chosen ones? Why the Knight of Cups? Why the Knight of Cups over here for this fated prophetic event? Why the Hermit card for this fated prophetic event for the chosen ones? Why the Hermit card for this fated prophetic event? Let's see. And why 2 of Cups over here and the King of Cups for this fated prophetic event for the chosen ones? Oh, I'm so sorry. And by that I mean Death card with this 2 of Cups over here. This relationship, right? We do have marriage over here. So for some of you, so there's also just a few different messages. Again, always take what resonates. Some parts, even just one part of a message may resonate with you. And so none of it may resonate. It can be for someone else. So we kind of have 2 different readings here. The reward for hard work, that's coming through too. This marriage, you do have marriage, you have sacred twice, Mary Magdalene, prophecy. For some of you, what I do see is a fated ending of a relationship. 7 of Cups, this can be illusions. It could be many options. 4 of Swords, peace, harmony, going into retreat, strength, prayer, healing, Strength card. And I'm going to get 1 card. Why 10 of Cups here for this fated event coming in for the chosen ones? Why 10 of Cups here? Now, I do see someone's in regret, but there's a need to, Why did this relationship experience a death? For the chosen ones, why the Death card? Why the death card here for the chosen ones? Truth. So now I always, and it's only this tarot deck that I see this as like such a Hades energy. Now Hades is like a god of truth. And we got the truth card. And I did say recently, now for some of you, Hades may be a spirit guide of yours, where I have seen a few different comments now too, where they're like, Jocelyn, thank you so much for channeling Hades. Not many people channel Hades, and that they connect with him. Now, when you have Hades as a spirit guide, when you have Hades as a guardian and as a protector on your spiritual team, Hades is not going to allow you to live in illusion. Like Hades loves you where it's like, nope, I gotta tell you the truth. But it's a truth that you can trust. And by that, I mean, in this relationship, it kept you in a lower timeline. With the Nine of Swords and the Ace of Swords, what I'm seeing is you and your lover. I'm seeing your emotional and mental realm. Your lover was bringing that down. Like I'm seeing a weight on the emotional and mental realm. This could be that you very well love each other, been together a long time, maybe a good match in some way, shape, or form. But this person maybe argues a lot, right? Maybe, and I don't want to say like very stubborn, you know, it's like, cause like none of us are perfect, but what I'm seeing is a partner that they were draining you emotionally and mentally. And that's what this is. Like this partner of yours was overall, even if you could love them, they could be a good person. So it's not saying that this person's a bad person. Say your partner is full of fear and you're not, right? Like say you're meant to, like prophetically fated, right? You're meant to move forward on your path. You don't have any fear. You're a high priest, priestess. You're traveling here, there, connecting with people, sharing your soul gifts. But your partner is just like, well, I don't want to go. I don't like people. Why do you have to go so long? You know, things like that. There's some way, shape, or form that this partner of yours was holding back what is prophetically fated for you. A part of your soul purpose and journey. You're the Magician card here with the Nine of Cups. You've got it all going on. You're the Emperor or the Empress. You are abundant over here. However, what I'm really getting is like you had a lover here that is kind of negative. And that's really what I'm trying to say. With the Nine of Swords and the Ace of Swords, it's just like someone who's thinking of the worst. You know, I'll give this one example where I knew a medicine man that, and how do I word this? I want to try to find the best way to word it. This was a good man. Like he was a good man, Savannah, a good man. And the person that he was with, like I remember him serving me and a few others until 2 a.m. And she's blowing up his phone of like, you're with other women or this or that. And I'm just sitting here of like, this man has not looked at us sideways, not once. This man was a good man, Savannah. This man was watching us purge all these hours. And he's being accused by, you know, his girl of cheating. And he absolutely wasn't. He was in my sight the whole time. Where, like, in that example, he's actually living out his purpose. And this person, I don't know, right? But, like, that can be an attack to someone's purpose where it's just like you're kind of trying to bring this all down, you know, or throwing negativity to what is of God, to what is actually sacred, and to what is actually positive. All right. And again, heavy on this person's not a bad person. You are someone who's more optimistic. This could also be with the Nine of Swords here. Again, I'm seeing your mental, emotional realm that they're trying to, your lover was unconsciously trying to manipulate you. Just like talking you out of things that are actually yours, that are actually in alignment with your soul destiny and purpose. Maybe you're, you know, with a lover who's extremely insecure, but to the point where you have to do the emotional labor for them. Now, for some of you, Spirit's removing you from a lover that it's too much emotional labor. You know, where it should be a reciprocal partnership, but you're not their mother or father or therapist or this or that. Ace of Swords here. All right, so it was kind of prophetic for this relationship to end. It was hard for you two. I kind of want to say that you were maybe in illusion, but not that you were in illusion. Like, I'm not saying, hey, you're in illusion. But with the Seven of Cups here, it's like, oh, I've been with this person for 5-10 years, but they're a good person. They're like, they get kind of stubborn sometimes. They wake up sometimes on the wrong side of the bed. No, that's just who they are. And they maybe can change, but to be quite honest, it's getting to the point where it's impacting your energetic field and you and your soul mission and purpose. And in this type of situation, this death card would only come in if the person, like say Spirit truly knew that person was going to change. You and the Seven of Cups of maybe illusion are just like, yeah, but they can change, but they're a good person. Spirit seeing that it's going to be another 10 years of this. You know, so you might be more hopeful, you know, and just more hopeful. But Spirit's just like, yeah, here's the truth. So you actually had to have the courage to leave and pursue your dreams and goals. Yeah, pursue your passions and your dreams. It took strength for you and healing for you to do that, though. What did you do as this relationship ended? You saw truth. You went within yourself. You know, of like, well, now that filter of my old lover, of that past lover is not here, who am I? What do I like to do? You know, and that's what I see here. Nine of Cups. This is your wish fulfillment over here. It is, Nine of Cups is usually a card of like self or like being single. So that is what I see here. Now we do have the Magician card. I am confident. And it's interesting that for some of you, you have a past lover that was extremely insecure. If you are someone who's confident and you're in a relationship with someone who's insecure. Now, again, it's not to say to not love them through it and heal it. Yes, you can heal together. There's just that truth of just like, they have no plan on healing that at all. And sometimes it's your own lover that is jealous of you. For some of you, you are actually dealing with a jealous lover. It says, I am confident. You're confident in whatever it is that you do and in yourself. Being with this old lover or this lover that you're currently with, it would have never allowed you to reach your soul's highest potential, where there would have been some sort of sacrifice here. Again, like you could very well live a parallel timeline, and I almost want to like be mindful of saying of being happy, but is it that you're attached to this person? You know, and they very well, again, they could make you happy, but I do see that there's just something higher. There's a higher timeline. There's a timeline where you are way happier than what you think you are with them. But it does take you being on your own, and it does take like this healing cycle. Now for the Ten of Cups here, which is your ultimate emotional fulfillment. This is a marriage card as well. You do have the Four of Cups and the Empress card. I am abundant. For the Ten of Cups here, why the Four of Cups and the Empress for the chosen ones? Why the Four of Cups and the Empress for the chosen ones? Now you do have a King here, so we do have a couple. Page of Wands, curiosity and adventure guide me. The Four of Cups, let's actually get a clarification. Why the Four of Cups here for the chosen ones to clarify this Ten of Cups? Why the Four of Cups here for the chosen ones? You know, Four of Cups, it does say, I am open to new possibilities. For some of you, be open to new love is actually what I'm seeing. And this may be, you know, for the people that you've been with that lover for so long, it's all you know. But how do you know if there's not higher or better if that's all that you know? You know, and this is just truly for the relationships out there that it's not in alignment or it's holding you back in some way, shape, or form. You know, With the Four of Cups, we do have the Chariot card, the Eight of Pentacles over here. What Spirit is saying is, especially with the Four of Cups can be regret. It can be apathy, negative thinking. There are more fish in the sea, okay? And there's a lot of water here, so water signs. There are more fish in the sea. We do have Page of Wands over here. I see you attracting a lover that is very curious and adventurous. Now, that's a very different lover than was over here. All right, so King of Pentacles could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, could even be a Libra. Now, for the chosen ones, why King of Pentacles and Page of Wands? Ooh, this is your good karma over here. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so you got the 10 of Wands and you have the 10 of Pentacles over here. This is the most abundant card in the deck. This is the happiest card of the deck. But how does this lover come in? And it's going to be prophecy through the prophetic ending. So understand, just as prophetic or fated as this ending with this lover, which it is showing that it's actually a sacred ending. It's just as prophetic that this new lover that is such a good match comes in for you. The Wheel of Fortune. Is that old lover your higher timeline, or are they who you're used to and who makes you feel comfortable? Because the Wheel of Fortune here, which represents the Wheel of Karma, and that Wheel of good karma is turning for you with this lover. I am flexible. So I am flexible to what my kingdom spouse, my twin flame, higher level soulmate, it's not a person, it's a frequency that the person holds. And so if it doesn't end up being that person, that's okay. 144, as soon as I say that, chosen one, because you're flexible. What's prophetic, what's fated, soul destiny, soul alignment, all of that can shift and change to the frequency of who and what is embodying that. All right, and that's what I'm seeing here. It's not this person, it's this person. And they end up like just truly being the love of your life, but they fill you up in so many different ways. Like this person is just as curious as you are. Like I'm seeing this other person, you accepted those parts of them, but I see you just having so much more fun, a whole different person, and even relationship with this person than with this person. Okay, that's what I have for you. I hope that it resonates. What is the advice for this reading? What is the advice? Knight of Wands. My actions are bold and fearless. 5 of Cups. I learn from my losses. Yeah. You know, we have what's prophetic, what's fated. Sometimes, you know, it's the endings too that bring the new beginnings. We have 5 of Cups. I learn from my losses, you know, and the Knight of Wands is a very passionate energy. And so it feels like, you know, you had a lot of passion, you had a lot of love for this person, and you are moving through this energy. But what you do need to know is there's a love, there's success coming in the future that is just as fated. For this advice, why Knight of Wands with the 5 of Cups? Why Knight of Wands with the 5 of Cups over here? Listen, Linda, listen. Some of you tap into emotional alchemy. That could be why we picked up on so many water signs. You got a lot of emotions? Okay, cool. It could be a hindrance, or you could find the gift in that you start with the emotional alchemy. You know, or it's like, ugh, I don't want to have to go, you know, like say like someone betrays you. That's a lot of work I'm going to have to do. I have to now like heal and figure out the root, you know, or like we hold ourselves accountable, figure out the root of how we attracted that and all of that stuff. But you're going to alchemize. You're going to receive something from those emotions that you alchemize. It's unfortunate, but I'm going to use this energy for my highest good. And I'm going to make that energy conspire in my favor. Knight of Wands with the 5 of Cups. Knight of Wands is also a creative energy. If you are going through any periods of grief, of sadness, of loss, get creative with that energy. Any and all grief can only alchemize to joy, wealth, and, you know, say love, prosperity. And so it shall be. And start playing with that. 6 of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, it brings in so much. But, you know, you are leaving a relationship that you thought that person was the one. or it's ending in some way, shape, or form. And I will say it's faded. And there is someone new coming in. And I will say, this is a whole different relationship. You're a whole different person. Even the person you were when you were with them, you would have never imagined you being this person or even having this kind of love that's coming. It's very beautiful. And heavy on you're a lover over here from the past, or maybe you're with this person now, whatever resonates with you. They're not bad. But what I'm seeing is you may have been with them because it resonates with the old version of you. It's what's comfortable. But in the long run, your spirit team really sees that it does not serve. And I see all of this beautiful abundance and success and love for the future. All right, so let's get a few cards from the Oracle decks. What do we have for advice for this reading for the chosen one on this fated event? Goddess of the Moon. And then we do have third eye over here. Okay, so third eye, seeing things for what they are, clarity, releasing illusion, especially with that Goddess of the Moon energy. What else do we have for the chosen ones for this prophetic fated event? Thunder, bottom of the deck is Earth. The spring thunder awakens the land. Auspicious energy from the east brings vigorous growth to all that you have planted in life. Cast off the energy that no longer serves you and create new strategies, which is everything you're doing here. Finalize your ideas and get moving. There is no time to waste. And I will say, I do see a lot of abundance. We even have abundance on the bottom of the deck over there. What else do we have for advice for the chosen ones? What else do we have for advice for the chosen ones? Yeah, we have Soul Family, Hathor. It could be family as well. And we have High Priest of Atlantis, chakra healing. Right, Brave Spirit, past life healing over here. So just confirmation. There is relationship healing happening. For some of you, the two chakras right now that are being highlighted in this reading are the third eye and the heart chakra. And I'm going to grab one last message. What is one final message for the chosen ones? For this fated event, we have the Green Man. We do have the Mirror, past life. So just confirmation, a lot of past life clearing too. We have rising energy surge and fertility, okay, with the Green Man. So the Green Man can resonate with you. It also feels like, again, there's all this fertile energy, especially with the Empress at the end of this reading. Non-gender specific, fertility is abundance that comes into your life that grows, all right? So fated abundance coming into your life. There is a fated rising. And with every ending, there is a new beginning. And that's what I have for you today, chosen ones. I'm sending you all so much love and so many blessings to your day.